It's official, I've moved out of New York City and got a brand new house. I'm gonna show you the outside of the house as well as some of the coolest features inside the house, but more importantly, I'm gonna share some of my biggest plans for this house. Welcome to Bear's estate. Come on in. Bear and I have put a lot of work into this place. No interior designers. This is this loser's guy's taste. So if you don't like it, you actually don't like my stuff. This is the official foyer? I don't know how to call it. I like calling it the entryway. And right away, I wanted it to be known that when you come to this beautiful nature, the city is a blur. So we have a place to take off your shoes, beautiful plant. I've become a plant dad, not just a dog dad. This is a filming room. We like to use it as the filming room when I tell personal stories or we need a little bit more room on a couch. The cool detail that I like to show everyone in this room is this ladder. This ladder is pretty cool. I've always wanted a house with a ladder. And there's a lot of knickknacks, things that you have sent over the years, as well as some ancient medical books. And you'll also see I have a new hobby, building model cars, building Galileo's temple, sound panels on the walls to decrease echo. And this is pretty cool. My friend sent me this after my first boxing match with iDubbbz. It's actually really accurate. And wait, I'm pressing and nothing's happening. The battery's dead. The dining room. When we have group dinners, when we have office meetings, everyone comes and sits and eats here. Not as often as we'd like, but we do gather in here from time to time. We have a yucca. This one is struggling, clearly. The things with yucca that you need to remember, that they don't need a lot of water. You can overwater them, and I may have done that to this one. This top level here is actually also acoustic foam paneling. Light fixture matches the entryway, because you gotta have that all together. Now come on in, I'm gonna show you the first bedroom of the house. This is for when Pam sleeps over, when we're filming. Pam has a very big room. I made it very abstract. So she got abstract lamps, abstract art, abstract light fixture. I'll show you the mudroom and the pantry, which actually is not aptly named. It says pantry, really nice, nothing to do with the pantry inside, just kind of like my hardware closet. This is the mudroom. A lot of Bear's gear is in here, so his pet shampoo, his toys are in here, his brushes. Right, Bear? Catch. This is the garage. It's unfinished because I'm building my gym. Video coming soon. All right, next up we have the place where we all eat. The kitchen, simple. I love simplicity. I love the cleanliness. I love the contrast off the floor. Amazing stove. Wish I use it more often, and I will for upcoming videos. Different ways to prepare food that I'm learning how to use. I feel like looking into my fridge is really personal, but it's probably valuable. A lot of hydration beverages. So we have some iced tea, some sparkling water. I'll actually have one right now. Not that much actual food in there. Also, one of the cool gifts that I got from Legal Eagle not too long ago when we played tennis together, it literally removes the top of it so you could drink it. Sparkling water like out of a glass. High five on no sharp edges. Yeah, thank you. The living room. I really love it because the ceilings are enormous. I saw this and I was like, that looks like a jet engine, but it's a lamp. I'm gonna get it. A really tall fig plant, a really tall lamp, a big TV, big couch for Bear to sit on and everyone else while we're brainstorming ideas. Obviously there's a burger for Bear, but then also a fireplace. I don't know where the remote is, but that's the fireplace. This is more room than I ever had in my life. Childhood home was welfare housing in Brooklyn. Then we were lucky enough to get a slightly bigger home in Staten Island. That's where I lived during high school and part of residency with my dad. Now I have this monster home. Let's go upstairs and see the rest of it. We have a large bed. Curtains were a disaster. I had no idea how complicated it is to do curtains, but I found out that the higher you put them, the more elegant your windows look, so you get really long curtains. They actually need to touch the floor. Some people don't, but apparently that's stylish. I don't know. You have my watches, this really cool little plant. I don't know the type of plant that is. I need to look that up. You've seen the bathroom routine before, so you know what this room's all about. We have a giant tub that besides clipping my toenails in or washing bare in, I don't really use. Big shower, toilet area, I guess. And this closet is really cool. We have suits galore in here. This is also where I keep my merch. Really cool little details that go a long way, like selecting ties. And drawers. I'm a closet guy, sorry. And this, I don't think it quite matches the aesthetic of the house, but I couldn't not get this in the store. This was $9.99 on sale at one of those discount stores, and I was like, how do I not get this? This looks like my tub. This looks like my bear. Let's move on over to our workspace. Most people would make this area a chill space, but for us, this is our chill workspace. So Sam and Dan sit here doing some edits, showing me cuts. I gotta show you this cool feature. Sorry, Dan, I'm gonna throw your stuff, but look at this. Oh. When you're editing or you need a little computer area, how clutch is that? I thought that's really awesome. You have a very feng shui room. Some of my art from New York City has made its way here. Something that you used to see in that previous apartment, my shelves. Teofimo signed that. Cambosa signed that one. Some really cool things that I've collected through my travels. The most Hampton-esque room. You see the bed is cream, the carpet is cream, and you have a mirror here, a console, some decorative pieces, and a little je ne sais quoi. Look at this, curtains, gray, lamps, gray, bed, gray, bed, cream, floor, cream. What's up? The room in the house where we do the most work. The studio, where we film and make all the YouTube videos that you see every single day. We have Harry here, who's Bear's best friend. We have the logo that you see in the backdrop, the plant that attacks me all the time, some bones. Oh, the 10 million subscriber plaque. Check that out. Actually, in the back, it says, congrats on passing 10 million subs. It's also really heavy. We have some Frontline Hero bobbleheads, all the awards we've won. My little fake tennis trophy when I won something. Cool stuff that you've sent me. All the mugs that you've sent, really cool stuff. Here we have all the lights, the cameras, the microphones, my computer. I have my awesome chair here from Secret Lab. And this is where I spend a lot of time. Not only while on camera, obviously, but also when writing scripts, researching videos. That adds up to a lot of time seated in front of my desk, which can have some pretty serious impacts on your health. Sitting can be problematic. I see it every week in my office. Patients come in complaining about low back pain, neck pain, muscle stiffness, and while the causes are usually multifactorial, there's no doubt that extended periods of sitting improperly are playing a significant role. If you sit locked in the same position for a long period of time, not only do muscular issues arise, but you can develop blood pooling and swelling in your legs. This usually happens in the veins, which can lead to skin changes, aches, and in more dangerous cases, blood clots. Frequently getting up from your desk to stretch your legs can help mitigate the issues that chronic sitting can cause. That's one of my favorite things about this house. Unlike my previous apartments in the city, here I actually have some places to get up and walk around while I'm working. And look, it's not reasonable to say never sit down, which is why it's so important to make sure that when you select the right place to sit, it is ideal. Recently, I've become a massive fan of this Secret Lab Titan Evo chair. It allows me to sit naturally, which means regularly changing positions, fidgeting, sliding this way or that way. Bottom line is movement. When you have movement, you have improved circulation. And improved circulation means less blood pooling and more nutrients getting to your muscles. My college and med school, NYIT, actually conducted a study comparing Secret Lab to another top chair brand. They looked at professional gamers who can sit up to 16 hours a day. They found that muscle stiffness amongst the gamers was lowered while sitting in the Secret Lab chair. I can attest to this as well, given the many ways you can adjust a chair for changes in posture. I mean, I can fold my legs and sit comfortably here because of its size. And funny enough, the unboxing and assembly process was incredibly satisfying and interactive. I put together a lot of furniture moving in, and this Secret Lab chair was by far the most enjoyable and simple of a process. Like, even the instruction manual is dope. Look how big this is. It has definitely become my favorite chair since I got into this house. So check out Secret Lab today by visiting the link in the description. And speaking of the house, I think we've seen plenty of the inside, but let's head outside so we can see Bear run around a bit. The outdoors here is probably the most special part of the home. This tree is officially my baby. This is a Japanese red maple tree. This thing was expensive because it's at the forefront of the house. We also, for the fall here with my buddy Angelo, planted some mums to get some color going, but unfortunately they're taking their time to bloom. The beauty of getting out of the city is that you get a lot more room, and a lot more room for activities. My goal here is to take this giant space here and potentially create a tennis court and or basketball court, or maybe like a combo of both. That's a dream, but I think it might just become a reality. Also, notice that there's a steep incline here. What do boxers do? They like to do hill sprints. Let me show you one of my favorite HIIT workouts.
She can sit. Baby says lit, it's lit. Got your bank account and I cute. If she said it loud, it's the truth. Baby wanna ride, she can ride. Baby needs some time, she got time. Got your bank account and I cute. She can make it count, how about you?
One nap later.
All right, let's take a look at the backyard. First things first, when you come outside, you gotta have a place to eat, brainstorm with the team. That's what this handy table's for. The material is waterproof, rust-proof. You got waterproof even fabrics here, so I can leave it outside when it rains. You have the pergola for added night effects. And then you gotta have a hangout area where you can just spitball some ideas, talk about life, and you do it near the fireplace, which is really beautiful at night. I've never really had outdoor space like this, but to be able to have a cup of coffee and come out here early in the morning and get light first thing on you is incredibly healthy. We talked about how the photoreceptors in your eyes send direct signals to your brain to set your circadian rhythm when you get exposed to light early in the morning, which means that you're not only gonna feel more awake, but you're gonna have an easier time falling asleep when it gets dark at night. This is, you know a summer cooking video is coming when you see one of these. This, I feel like should be some sort of Zen garden, but I can't quite figure it out. So far, all I did was throw a hammock in there. So if anyone has brainstorm ideas, I'm all for it. I've officially fallen in love with landscaping and gardening. I started buying all sorts of different shrubs, bushes, and trees. This is my holly. Don't eat these berries. They're poisonous. I've taught Bear not to eat them. Hope he doesn't. And obviously, this is my sauna. There is gonna be a full sauna video because we have to talk about the health benefits of saunas. All right, I've never been one who's too fond of having a pool, but now that I have one, I gotta say, it's pretty awesome. I love being able to come out here and take a dip. You know who also enjoys taking a dip? This guy. This is a saltwater pool. It has a little bit of chlorine, but much less than a typical chlorinated pool. In general, having a lot of chlorine is not great for your lungs. There's even been some initial research, nothing proven, showing that chlorinated pools and heavy exposure to chlorinated pools can trigger asthma in young folks, so I much prefer salt. Now, the Newfoundland is actually a legit water animal, and he likes to swim. He has webbed paws. Show your skills, Newfoundland. Come on. Come on, show your skills. Come here. Ah, there he is. There he is. There he is. He also likes to eat the water a little bit when he swims. And you also have to really be careful because he can scratch you completely by accident. Every time he thinks I'm drowning. I'm not drowning. All right, how about seeing a day in the life of work as opposed to fun? Click here and check that out, and as always, stay happy and healthy.